Y'all have to stop that reckless driving. I see you guys all on the freeway in the street. Y'all driving like y'all playing one of them games. We got to talk about this case, and I got a video right here that we're going to react to, okay? It's about that 24-year-old football player. Everybody and their mama is talking about him because he just did the unthinkable to himself. He took himself out of here. Yes, he did. They say he had a good run in the NFL, but he hit someone. And in the result of him hitting someone, it killed the person. And not only did he hit the person and kill this person, he ran away from the scene. He didn't even try to help or get aid or anything. He just was irresponsible driving, killed somebody, and then left and didn't want to be responsible at all. So they say he got out on a bail, $151,000. That's a big ass bail. But I guess people are saying he didn't want to face the music. He didn't want to be accountable, and he didn't want to go to jail. So he decided to take his own life, okay? So let's watch this video. I don't know if I'm going to stop or go. Make sure you guys subscribe here at GG Hood Crimes or GG Hood Watch, okay? Let's see.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Nussmeier will throw quickly, and that's Kyren Lacy, first play of... Now it's on a little half roll. He'll fire again, and Lacy, I think he got a foot. Lacy in motion. Nussmeier looking that way. Now on the wheel, throws it up. Lacy caught it. Did he get it?
Come on, back line. Fuck all that. Come on, back. Backs. Come on, man. Don't let it down, man. Yeah. Wide receiver type shit. I'm going back line. I ain't done this, bitch. What's up, BT, baby? Hey. What's up? Come on, man. Hey. Come on, man. That's fucking game. See how Dante, bitch. Come on, man. It's game. That's fucking. What up? Pop. Come on, man. Pop. Let's stop. OBT was here.
I'll never forget my life, man. That was just amazing, man. That's what you come to LSU for, man. For all those younger recruits, man, this is what you come to LSU for. Big games like this, you're going to get an opportunity to play at the highest level, play against some great teams. Come on, man. It's nothing better than this. For all my young receivers, wide receiver type shit, man.
So 5 catches, 111 yards in the game-winning touchdown. He balled out.
Breaking news before we go, we just learned that former LSU wide receiver Kyren Lacy has died.
Fam, believe it or not, I look at a lot of our videos as lessons. We get to learn from each other's story, spread awareness, and most of all, pay our respects. None of us is perfect. Today we talk about the hometown hero who had everything going for himself. And I know it might sound cliche that one bad decision can throw everything away, but that's the truth. And this video is a prime example of that. And whether it was intentional or not, your reaction might determine your fate. Today we talk about an LSU star who some would say was the best wide receiver coming into this year's draft. A man who beat the odds already. But after a fatal incident in the winter of 2024, and just 2 days before a jury determined his fate, it seemed this man couldn't take the pressure and did the unthinkable. And for YouTube guidelines, fam, you already know what we're talking about. And we'll later elaborate on it in the video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Born December 27th, 2000, was a young kid who went by the name of Kyren Lacy. He was born and raised in Thibodaux, Louisiana. He attended Thibodaux High School. He stood out in high school. As a senior, he had 54 receptions for 864 yards and 18 touchdowns. He was ranked as the 10th wide receiver in Louisiana for the 2020 class. He committed to the University of Louisiana at Lafayette to play college football as a 3-star recruit, declining offers from Houston, Louisiana Monroe, Louisiana Tech, Miami, and Virginia. And we all know for the following 2 years, COVID had hit. And not only college athletes, but the mass majority of the world was working from home. And for those who don't know, you get up to 4 years to play as a student athlete in college. And if you're not able to play that year, you're able to use that year the following year, which explained why Lacy didn't graduate in 2024, but instead entered the draft in 2025. As a true freshman at Louisiana in 2020, Lacy played in 11 games and had 28 receptions for 360 264 yards and 4 touchdowns. In 2021, he played in 13 games and had 22 receptions for 304 yards and 6 touchdowns. After the seasons, he transferred to Louisiana State University, also known as LSU. He started 2 of 14 games at LSU in 2022, recording 24 receptions for 268 yards as the third wide receiver in the LSU depth chart behind Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr., who entered the draft. Lacy started 10 of 13 games and had 30 receptions for 558 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2023. He returned to LSU for the 2024 season as the #1 receiver. On December 19th, he declared for the 2025 NFL Draft.
I don't look too crazy. I ain't look in the mirror.
Kyren, can you just talk about the chemistry you have with Garrett Nussmeier right now and just kind of how things have been working out this spring?
It goes way back to when I first got here. He's been ready. He's ready to take this next step. We come in every day looking to do something better every single day. It'll be little things like maybe just watching film, like stuff like that, just to get on the same page.
And then Coach Kelly said on Saturday you're kind of stepping in these shoes that Malik and Brian left behind. How are you and Chris Hilton kind of fitting into that the gap of QB or wide receiver 1 and 2?
Seeing those guys come to practice every single day, it was a blessing because it really opened my eyes because those guys are like my brothers. So like everything they're doing, I was in the backfield, like just watching everything they do, like on and off of the field. So it's gonna be a big task to take over, but I'm ready for it.
And then I guess just like what do you bring to this offense, or what do you feel like is your biggest asset to this team?
I feel like I'm a big team leader. I want everybody else around me to be great. So if I push everyone around me, I feel like this team could go far.
There's been a lot of talk about this offensive identity, especially after leaving Jaden and Malik and Brian all leaving. At this point in spring, what do you think this identity of the offense is?
We're still trying to find our identity. We come in every day looking to get better at something. Like if it's just red zone, we're looking to top the last time we did red zone. So we're still trying to find our identity. Those younger guys coming up every single day, they're getting better every single day. I got to give my shout out to Sheldon Sampson. He comes in every day. He been doing the little things right because last year maybe he wasn't doing the little things right, but now I feel like he's taking that next step and doing the little things right so he can be great.
How do you feel as far as now all eyes are kind of be on you? Is it a pressure and a burden you're looking forward to taking on?
It's not really pressure because the eyes is on LSU football, so it wouldn't necessarily be just on me because we have a lot of guys on that offensive unit and defensive unit, so we come in every day to get better. So.
How would you describe how last year went for you in terms of how you started and how you finished personally?
Just having to lock in more, like in meetings. Like I had a couple drop balls. Everybody knows that, but it's like how are you gonna bounce back from that? You can't just sit down and be like, feel sorry for yourself, should I say? So you just gotta come in every day and work hard. So.
Can you remember a low point specifically where you said I gotta dig deep?
I would say like. After week 4, I felt myself like going down. So Malik, all those guys, they started bringing me up, telling me what I need to do on and off the field. So I just trusted those guys, trusted everything they was doing, and got me here.
Watching you in the spring, it looks like you're in the best shape you've ever been in. You're most confident. Is that how you would describe how you're playing right now?
Most definitely. I feel confident more than ever. Like I just feel ready to compete.
So as you can see, fam, Lacy had trust the process. He was LSU #1 receiver. But just 2 days after entering the draft, December 17, 2024, Lacy's life would change forever. He was driving on Louisiana Highway 20 when he was accused of speeding and illegally passing people, causing a head-on car crash that killed the 78-year-old passenger. The victim was later identified as Herman Hall. May he rest in peace and loving condolences to his family. Lacy was accused of speeding in the 2023 Dodge Charger. But here's where Lacy allegedly made things worse. He reportedly fled the scene without calling authorities or emergency services. Lacy was arrested January 12, 2025, after he agreed with authorities to turn himself in. He was released on the same date on a $151,000 bail and was charged with negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle.
Herman Hall's family says he has been involved in a lot of high-profile litigation over his career and says he has never seen a name withheld by officials because someone was a high-profile individual.
No one is above the law, not a star athlete, not anyone.
Former LSU wide receiver Kyren Lacy is being accused of negligent homicide and hit and run for his involvement in the death of 78-year-old Herman Hall.
Was a great man with a loving family. He leaves behind a wife who unfortunately has debilitating injuries from this accident as well. She was in the car with him. He leaves behind children and grandchildren. He's a retired soldier, retired law enforcement, just a wonderful man that left a lifelong legacy behind.
Louisiana State Police say Lacy was driving recklessly along LA 20 in Thibodaux on December 17th, at one point crossing the center line. Drivers in the northbound lane tried to swerve out of the way, causing a head-on collision that took the life of Hall.
I think that tells us a lot about Kyren Lacy.
Attorney Digger Earls, who plans to represent Hall's family in the case, says he is a big LSU fan, but that will not stand in the way of this case.
I cheered Kyren Lacy throughout his career. But that doesn't change my position or doesn't change the job that I have to do seeking justice for this family.
State police told Hall's daughter days after the crash that the suspect was a high-profile person and that they were going to take their time on the case.
I don't understand why state police would withhold the information, like the name of the defendant, because he plays football. That's ridiculous to me.
WBRZ asked state police why it took 3 weeks to file the warrant. They said they had to speak with witnesses and look for all possible evidence to confirm Lacy was driving. Earl says Herman was a veteran Marine who would want justice.
My job is to seek justice for his family and for Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman lived his life fighting for justice. He would want someone to fight for him.
Lacy's agent, Rocky Arsenault, issued a statement saying Lacy is fully cooperating with authorities and that the facts will ultimately demonstrate the truth. You can read the full statement on our website at
April 14, 2025, a jury was set to hear Lacy's case, which is also 2 weeks away from the 2025 NFL Draft that's being hosted in Green Bay. But just 2 days prior before a grand jury set to hear his case, April 12, 2025, Lacy was in his apartment in Houston, Texas, where reports come that he lost his life. May he rest in peace and love.